Welcome back to the Your Girl Yaz podcast, the podcast to listen to if you're a female entrepreneur who's ready to attract more fun, more money, success, friendships, and amazing clients into your business. Thank you so much for being here, and I hope I can add some more positivity into your day in this episode. If you have ever thought about working with me, then this is the episode for you to listen to. And I have been really excited to record this episode because I feel like mindset coaching, I feel like what I do is a little bit different or it's not the norm. And I just feel like I really wanted to create an episode all around what I do, all around the Empowered Entrepreneur Program, my Empower Hours, the retreats. So those people that are looking on my Instagram are interested in coaching, who need the support right now, feel comfortable to reach out, feel like they have a good understanding of what life working with me is like. And if you're watching the video, you'll see that I am in the most beautiful location right now. I'm currently in an Airbnb in Koh Samui, and Koh Samui is quite booked up right now. So it was quite hard for me to find somewhere to stay, but I went on Airbnb and I found the most beautiful place here. And this is what I've been looking out at whilst I've been doing all of my calls this week. I am checking out today. I'm moving into a hostel for 4 days before I am going to Koh Phangan and meeting my little brother, which I'm so excited about. So I really today wanted to do an episode all around the Empowered Entrepreneur Coaching, my Empower Hours, the retreats, and a really good deep dive into what working with me is actually like, what's included, the benefits you're going to get, how it really can change your life. Because I feel like it's really hard sometimes on like a 2-minute video or on a vlog or anything that I post to really dive into what I do with my clients and the real changes that are happening every day, the real changes that are happening every week in my clients. Like sometimes we get off a 1 hour session and that is everything they need to go after their dreams, to have that motivation to really go after the life that they really want. And if you are listening, if you are curious into what the world is like working with me in my empowered hours, in my empowered entrepreneur coaching, and also the retreats, because I am going to be releasing more retreats. That is going to be a big part of my business because I love the in-person so much. Then stick around, listen to this podcast, and I hope that if I've sent this to you, or I hope that if you're listening, that you really take what you need from this episode, that you have that deep dive. And if you feel the urge to message me after this, if you want to book an Empower Hour, if you want to join my Empowered Entrepreneur Coaching, I do have limited spaces. I'm so grateful for that. Like that sentence, limited spaces, actually feels like a pinch me moment for me, because I remember going back to the start of my business and I was working as a nanny and I had no clients and I didn't know if it was going to pay off. I'm thinking, imagine if I, could do this full time. Imagine if I didn't have to do another job. And it just felt like a dream. It didn't feel like it would be my real life. So now being sat here nearly 2 years later and having the most incredible clients. And since the start, I have attracted the most beautiful clients into my life. And for that, I feel so grateful. And that is the intention behind my coaching and my mentorship, is to help you reach the same, is to help you no longer settle for clients who don't value you. But that starts with you valuing yourself. So unless you are doing the mindset work, unless you are getting to know yourself on a deeper level, unless you are understanding your triggers and why you do certain things, it's really hard for you to attract the right people into your life. I had a client ask me yesterday, she said, like, how did you get into all the self-love work? And was it always this easy for you? Because I'm solo traveling now, I feel like all of the self-love work has helped me so much with my confidence. So I'm going to take you back a little bit. So if you're completely new to my world, if you know nothing about me, then I'm going to tell you my why, my story, why I am doing this and why I love what I'm doing so much. So I'm going to take you way back to 16-year-old Jazz, who was working in a career in sales. So I got my first apprenticeship in a sales job in London at 16. And even I remember in the interview, I was against two boys in their 20s, and they were both so confident. They were both so certain they were going to get the job. They'd both gone to uni, and I was fresh out of school. Like I was 16, just passed my GCSEs, and I went into this big scary office with everyone that was at least double my age, and thinking, oh my gosh, like this would be amazing if I got this job. I always wanted to earn money. I wanted to do well. Like I had a paper round at bloody like 11 where I actually ended up slicing my neck open, which is another story for another day. But I was so determined to go out there in the world and earn money for myself and really create a beautiful life for myself. And I'd always had this dream of going to Australia. So I thought, okay, let's go into sales, let's really try and get this job. And after a few interviews, I got it and I was so grateful and I was like over the moon. It felt like the start of my life. And back then, I just had that motivation and I was reading personal development books from a young age. I just had this deep belief that I wanted to do something different with my life. But going into an adult environment, an environment full of people that are a lot older than me, I got sort of taken down a bit of a different path. I was drinking all the time, going out. All of my friends were partying. I had a fake ID, so I was just going out all the time. And just from a really, really young age, I acted like I was, in my 20s and partying and going out and always hungover and just on a bit of a self-destructive path. And I never had the self-love tools. I don't find many of us grow up with the self-love tools to, treat ourselves right and really pour that love into ourselves. And I just think how different the world would be if we did have these tools and we did really learn to love ourselves at a young age. So that took me down a bit of a path, and I would always be going into environments or treating myself badly, and it just was such a slippery slope that I never even knew that I could get off of. I just thought that was my life path. Anyway, fast forward a few years, and I wanted to go traveling actually at 19. I booked my flights, I saved up the money, I was working in an office and I was working in the pub after work to save up, booked everything, I was ready to go, and then COVID happened. So I couldn't go. I was so gutted. I was honestly heartbroken. I ended up actually getting a flat with my little brother and his girlfriend at the time. And that flat was a big eye opener for me. It was really quite a hard time in my life. I was going through a breakup. I really, really hated myself. I had the biggest lashes, lip filler, hair extensions, constant fake tan, working out to the point that I'd be up at like 5 a.m. going to like a big gym to work out every morning and working 10 hours in a sales job to pay the bills. And I just took on so much at such a young age. And I feel like that was a big theme of my life, always taking on sort of more than my capability at that age. But we got through it. Fast forward to the age of 22, I was finally able to go traveling. And I actually left traveling with a boyfriend at home, and I still really wasn't that happy in myself. But I was starting that journey. I was starting to decide I wanted a bit of a different life for myself, and traveling opened up a whole new world for me. I learned so much about there being different lives, and you didn't just have to work in an office, you didn't just have to work in a 9 to 5. And I started to see people working from their laptops and having all of these different jobs. And I went into a self love retreat in Bali that I booked, a pretty broken person, a shell of a girl. I had been partying, working in a hostel for 2 months. I'd been traveling for quite a long time, and I just really, really needed a sort of break. I needed a wake up call, and the path that I was going down was really quite destructive. And I use it like the example of like a toxic relationship. When you're in that relationship, sometimes you just don't know how toxic it really is for you until you get out the other side, or when something really bad happens. And that's where I felt like I was. I was in a bike accident the day before the self love retreat, and I had everything stolen. And I was just in a really, really dark place, to be honest. I was in a really bad place in myself. And I went into that retreat and I just had this realization that if I carry on down this path, if I carry on with the drinking, the partying, the not respecting myself, it is going to end really badly. And I've always been someone with very high ambition. I feel like I would work hard, play hard. So that just didn't sit right with me. I knew I needed to make a change in my life, and I had a voice in my head saying, you need to cut out alcohol. Like, if you don't cut out alcohol, you are going to basically die, or you're going to end up down a very bad path. And I know that sounds quite dramatic, but when you are at a rock bottom, when you have everything taken away, which I felt like I did, I just had a backpack and my passport and clothes, that was all I had to my name. I felt like I was at such a rock bottom, and I felt like, how can things get any worse? I've had a rough breakup, I've got everything stolen, I'm on my own, I've got cuts all up my legs, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing with my life. So it gave me a real, like, what do I want to do? And I just had this deep desire. I wanted to help people. I had an idea in Thailand that I wanted to start a podcast and help people and talk about my journey. And then I felt like that retreat gave me just a massive release of like deciding that I didn't want to self destruct anymore. I didn't want to keep being so horrible to myself. And I decided that I wanted to start a new life for myself and pour the love into myself. And that's what I started doing. I moved to Australia. I moved to a place called Byron Bay in Australia. Didn't have it all figured out. I started working in a bar, and one of my friends sent me a mindset coaching course. I remember I was living in this room that I'd only had for a month. That was it. I didn't have any future plan. My friend sent me this course, and it was with the coaching masters. As soon as I saw the course, they actually had like a bite-sized one that was £10 a month, and you could start to get sort of a gist of what it would be and the things included. As soon as I did that, it was like a light bulb moment for me. It was like I could start to see a different life for myself. I could start to see me helping other girls that had struggled with their confidence, helping other people on this journey. And I do feel like people who have been through a lot of pain and self destruction and, really being hard on themselves are often the people that want to help. And when you come through the other side, you can see like it almost feels like, even like looking behind me, it feels like everything opens up and it's beautiful and colourful. And I really wanted to help other people. And I thought, if I could just help one girl get from a place of hating herself and having low confidence and just really not believing in herself to having that self belief, to believing that she is special, to believing that she can do more in life than, self destruction and beating herself up, then that would change my life. That would make me feel so fulfilled, more than a career in sales, more than, money and anything like that. And that is where it all started. I just decided for me, this is the time now, and you are going to go out there and create a beautiful, beautiful life. And from the start, I had to have that vision deeply ingrained in me if I thought it was going to work. Because when you are starting a business, no one's coming to save you, no one is coming to put in the work and the hours and the vision. You have to do the first move. You have to start the business. You have to be the one to invest in yourself and invest in people who have been in your shoes. And that is why I'm so confident in my Empowered Entrepreneur program. That is why I'm so confident in the work I'm doing, because one, I've spent hours and hours learning about the mindset work. I've read hundreds of books. I've listened to hundreds of podcasts. I've been through the experiences. I've got myself out of the dark places. And I am so passionate about helping other girls on this journey. And I'm also just a girl. I'm a 24-year-old girl who is going through life's experiences and having the ups and downs and putting myself in so many new environments. And I understand what it's like being a girl as well. I understand that it's not all rainbows and sunshine. It's not perfect. Yesterday I had a bit of a rough day where things didn't go right. I was on my period. I was crying. I was eating all the chocolate. And that's absolutely fine. Like, I'm not sat here trying to pretend to be some enlightened, bloody perfect person. I'm a girl going through these struggles with you and invested in your success and you getting the best out of yourself. And when clients sign on with me, whether that's you listening to the podcast, you booking an Empower Hour, you joining my Empowered Entrepreneur program, you coming to a retreat, that means the absolute world to me. And I guarantee from that moment, I am invested in your success. And that is who you want to work with. You want to work with people who are invested in your success, who don't just care about money, who really care about you getting the results. And that is why I'm going to do a deep dive for you today into the world of working with Yaz and the Empowered Entrepreneur Coaching Program. So, who is the Empowered Entrepreneur Coaching for? Who is working with me for? It is for the female entrepreneurs right now who are feeling stuck in their business. You could be at the start of your business, you could be a year in, 2 years in, 3 years in, 10 years in, however long you have been running your business. I am here for you. I get it. The imposter syndrome, the lacking confidence, the not believing in yourself, the feeling like everyone else is doing better than you, the feeling that nothing you do is good enough, feeling like whatever you do, you're always struggling to back yourself. I see this in girls at the start of their businesses. I see this with girls that are 5 years in, because the truth is, the mindset work is a never ending journey. There's always going to be new trials, there's always going to be new tests, new things that crop up that can make you doubt yourself. And that is why I'm so passionate about this work, because I'm here to call you out. I'm here to help you understand why you're putting these limitations on yourself. And I'm helping you decide that there is a new path for you. And I'm also there just backing you, believing in you 100%, and helping you back yourself again. Because no matter what's going on in your life right now, you could be having a really hard breakup right now. You could be feeling like you're behind in life. You could see people having kids, getting mortgages, traveling the world, and it's making you feel like you're behind. And you could have no savings in the bank right now, and that's making you feel like you're not good enough. There's so many aspects in life that stop us believing in ourselves, and that is why coaching with me is so powerful, because I am here to uncover why you are doubting yourself, uncover why you are being so hard on yourself right now, and uplift you again. We're going to get to the root of why you are being so hard on yourself. I do a lot of subconscious programming, and that might sound like a foreign language to you right now, but basically, we do lots of meditations that are going to take you back to the root of why you're feeling not good enough. So, let's say right now you have a belief that no one wants to work with you. We're going to do a meditation, and we're going to go back to the root of that belief. And often it comes from when we were younger. It comes from beliefs that maybe when you were younger, no one wanted to play with you in sports in school, or when you were younger, maybe you were the sibling that was left out. When these beliefs are so deeply rooted in us, it's so hard for us to then go on in life and believe that we're amazing and believe that people want to work with us, because that belief is stored so deeply into your subconscious. So a lot of the work we're doing, don't worry, it's fun, light-hearted. Sometimes it does get deep, but my coaching style is very girly and chatty, and we're like besties. So we're going to be doing the deeper work, but at the same time, I always want you to leave sessions feeling like you've learned something about yourself, feeling empowered, feeling excited, feeling that release that you might have never felt before. In so many of my sessions with clients, and I asked one of my new clients yesterday, when was the last time you felt comfortable to open up with the people around you? And she said, I've never felt comfortable to open up with the people around me. It's always felt so hard. It's always felt like such a struggle. I've never felt like I can open up to people. And that's because she's been through so much in the past where she was made to feel like opening up is frowned upon and that's a bad thing. And this whole week, we've been practicing with her, opening up, speaking to her family, her friends, her boyfriend about how she's feeling and allowing her to open up. And she felt like free for the first time. She was like, this is the first time I've allowed myself to feel vulnerable and be open with the people in my life. And it is so freeing. And it just made me so happy and grateful that she's had this amazing experience, that now for the rest of her life, she feels safe to open up with the people around her. She said to me that it's the first time she's felt her connections deepen, and she feels like she's getting closer with the people around her. And before that moment, she'd always felt so lonely, so alone. She felt so lonely in her life, and that was impacting her business massively. She went from having clients to no clients and really doubting herself when she came to me and feeling like giving up. But we have put in the groundwork, and I said to her, I promise you, it's not going to be like this. Like, I promise you, working with me, there is going to be that rainbow at the end of I can't remember the saying, but we are going to find that pot of gold, and that is coming from within yourself. And I have so many stories now of working with girls, and that's why I wanted to do this episode, because I feel like it's so hard to share, and you can see the passion in me. You can see me getting excited on this video, on this episode, around the power of the empowered entrepreneur coaching and how much it impacts your life. And I truly think that is because how passionate I am about you getting change. Like, I don't just come on the sessions each week and just say, hi, how's your day? It's like, I have a plan for you. Like, I see deeper into your goals and deeper into the things that I want you to finally believe about yourself. All of my clients, I want you to believe that you are good enough to have the business of your dreams. If you want to start a beautiful family and live in a beautiful house, you have your dream life. If you want, like, it's been crazy the stuff that's happened with clients, like wanting to get pregnant and having babies. And it's not just around your business. I want it to be around your whole life. In my Instagram bio, I help entrepreneurs build fabulous lives because it is your whole life that I want to be amazing for you. I want you to wake up and feel excited about your days. If you want to travel the world, I want to make that happen for you. If you want your dream business where, maybe you're working with your dream clients, you're running events, or you have your own podcast or whatever it is you want, just as invested as you are in your success, I am just as invested, or maybe even more at the start when you're struggling to believe in yourself. Like, it's like we combine into this bubble of making your dreams become your reality. So if you are listening to this episode, and even before you hear about the different packages I offer, and just drop me a DM saying empowered and we can chat. And I want to hear about your goals. I want to hear about what lights you up. I want to hear about what you're struggling with right now and what you need support on. The more you open up to me at the start, the more I can create you the personalized, beautiful plan that you deserve, and we can have a call together and we can make it happen. If you're listening to this episode as well and you do want the support, just message me and we're going to make it happen for you. Like, I have so many payment plans, I have so many things that are going to help you get the support you need, but the first step is you reaching out. So let's go into the different packages I offer. So I first wanted to start with the Empower Hour, because the Empower Hour is the perfect way for you to get an insight into what mindset coaching with me is like. It's for you to get insight into what feeling empowered really, really means for you. And when you go in my bio, you book your Empower Hour, you then get sent a link with a form, and that form is asking everything around what you're struggling with right now, what you want to work on, how you want to feel by the end of the Empower Hour, your goals. So as soon as we come on the call, we can go for it. We can get you fired up. We can get to the root of why you're struggling so much to believe in yourself right now, why you feel like you're not good enough, why you're comparing yourself, why you're procrastinating, why you're sat on Instagram looking at what everyone else is doing rather than building your own business. One thing I'm really, really passionate about is helping everyone build tunnel vision on their goals, because this is something I've done from the start. As soon as I got my coaching qualifications, I didn't go out there and follow loads of other coaches. I didn't want inspiration from other people. I didn't want to, see what everyone else was doing. I wanted to be authentically me. I wanted to build a business on my terms and show my personality, show my craziness, just be myself. And that is what I've done over the last 19, 20 months now, is truly build a business based around the way I want to live my life. And the tunnel vision has been something I've been so passionate about from the start. And I've learned so much. I've made mistakes, I've had ups and downs, but I've stayed true to myself. And that is what I want to help you build. And the Empower Hour is the perfect start to you building that tunnel vision, because we're going to create a plan on what you need to build tunnel vision in. We're going to create a plan on what is important to you and how we can make it happen. So if you are feeling stuck right now, you're feeling low motivation, you really need a mindset boost in your business, which I know a lot of people do. And it's not a bad thing to need a mindset boost. I feel like it happens at so many different points in your business that you just need that boost. You need a fresh perspective, you need an outside perspective. And I think it's so important to have an outside perspective sometimes in your business. And I can come in with a fresh set of eyes. I don't have your limitations, I don't have your limiting beliefs. I can come in and speak to your heart around the things that you need to hear and help you see things in a new light. And I know from the girls that have booked the Empower Hours, every time they leave feeling so empowered, so motivated, they have a clear plan to go out there and do what they need to do. And we usually do about 45 minutes of us getting to the root of your problems, of us mapping out a plan, of helping you feel empowered. And then we leave with a 15-minute meditation. I believe a lot of the time, if you're still carrying these beliefs energetically, if you're still, you haven't had that release, I feel like the meditations and the visualization is an amazing way for you to let go, for you to leave the session feeling super empowered, feeling intentional, and like you've had that big release that you need. So that's why I do 45-minute sessions where I'm deeply listening to you, we're talking, I'm really excited. And then we do a 15-minute meditation. And then after the call, I send you like a map out, I send you all of the call notes, personalized journaling prompts. And the Empower Hours are £150, and you can pay that over 2 payments as well. And don't forget, with all of my products, all of my services, they come off your tax. So go math, it's basically free. But it's the best mindset boost you can do for yourself, especially if you're running businesses, because I specifically work with girls that run businesses. So every day I am hearing your struggles. I'm working with girls that are going through the same things you're going through. So I've built such a understanding now and such a confidence around knowing exactly what we need to do for you. Everything's personal, but knowing exactly what we need to get you where you want to be. That is why I'm so passionate about the Empower Hours. That is why I'm raving about them this year. That's why I'm having so much success, because it's no pressure. You can do an Empower Hour. You can have that, limiting belief where you could be having a bad week and you can book one on that bad week. You know that you can get instant access to me and my world, and know that within that week you can book an Empower Hour and leave in that week feeling that motivation. Because do you want to carry on spending weeks and weeks procrastinating, spending weeks and weeks believing you're not good enough and not taking any action on your business? Or do you want to spend that £150 and go after your dream? Have that motivation again, have that mindset shift, having a clear plan mapped out of exactly what you need to do to get where you want to be. I'll leave that one there with you. Next, I wanted to talk about my Empowered Entrepreneur Program, and this is my absolute baby. This is also where I have created some of the best friendships in my life and the best relationships, because I feel like I attract girls and female entrepreneurs into my coaching program that truly want to change their lives, that truly want to fall deeply in love with themselves, that want to trust their intuition, trust that they know exactly what they're doing in their business. This is where I attract girls that want to build those 6-figure businesses, want to have the life of their dreams, and who know investing in themselves, they are going to transform, they're going to build their dream life. And it's my favorite thing watching female entrepreneurs who join my Empowered Entrepreneur Program go from really not loving themselves, not understanding the self-love work, not knowing about journaling, meditation, having no idea how to treat themselves right. Maybe right now you're an entrepreneur who is working all hours of the day. You have no boundaries with your clients. You're letting them walk all over you. You feel undervalued. You feel like you're accepting the bare minimum, and that is in your life, in your business. You look in the mirror and you don't have confidence in yourself. Or right now you know that you have big goals, but you're so burnt out. Like, you just know right now you are the one self-sabotaging. You're blocking yourself. You could be sick of your own shit right now and you're just going round doing the motions. Like, I feel like I work with so many amazing entrepreneurs who are all battling with a lot of self-doubt or a lot of comparing themselves. And a lot of the time it can be the people you think are the most successful online. Like, you might look really successful in your business right now to an outside perspective, but inside you're really, really struggling. And that is why my Empowered Entrepreneur Program is open to all female entrepreneurs, because I get it. You could look really successful and right now inside, like, just be really suffering in silence, and you need that support. And I am always a safe space. Like, you know that everything with me is completely confidential. We have a contract to make sure of that. And obviously with me, I take my work very, very seriously. I am a light-hearted, fun, chillpreneur type of gal, but when it comes to your results, I'm not messing about. And I wanted to read this little affirmation that I have next to me, and that is, I radiate love and others reflect love back to me. And that reflects nicely on when I have been diving deep into my why and why I'm running this program, why I'm so passionate about my business. Love is at my core, and I've talked about this on podcast episodes. I'm not doing this to build money or build success or any of that. I do this because I deeply love what I do. I deeply love working with female entrepreneurs, because I feel like we're a different kettle of fish. you've taken the risks and started a effing business. Like, you've gone against the grain, you're doing something so different to your family and friends. And it is a scary world to be in, but you've taken that risk. And it's not an easy road. It's a very up and down journey. But our aim working with me is it us going like this, and it is going up and it's not going like this, because that's how it can feel when you are on your own, when you don't have mindset support, when you don't love yourself and you don't believe that you are a powerful CEO. And my job, and I take it very seriously, is to leave you feeling inspired, leave you with a deep sense of self confidence, leave you with feeling absolutely incredible in yourself. And you're seeing my serious side now because I'm so passionate about this. So, what is included in my Empowered Entrepreneur coaching? So, we have a beautiful 6 months working together. So, that is 24 calls, 24 weeks of working with Yaz, 24 hours of calls with me. I know you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, that's a lot. But having 6 months working together automatically causes your brain to switch off. It causes you to not stress about, oh my gosh, I've only got 2 months working with Yaz and I need to change my whole life in 2 months. It gives you a long period of time where you know that each week I am fully here supporting you. We have 60-minute calls each week. So we have 45 minutes of us doing the deeper work of going into your goals. And we do a lot of intention setting, releasing negative beliefs, understanding why you're comparing yourself right now, understanding why you don't believe in yourself. Then we do a lot of rewiring your beliefs. So you leave sessions feeling empowered, you have plans, you know what you want this month. And we do a lot of as well visualizing the life you want, visualizing your dream clients, really building a deeper picture of why you want this life, why you want the dream clients. Because a lot of the time online it can feel quite surface level, or you might have a coach just being like, right, what do you want? And it's not going deeper. Like, I'm not afraid to go deeper with you. I'm not afraid to ask you the questions that you need to be asked in order to build your dream life. A lot of the time at the start of coaching with me, I have clients say, oh my gosh, that's a hard question. Like, I don't know how to answer that. But the way you're going to believe, deep belief in yourself, the way you're going to deeply believe that you're going to build a successful life is by having that deeper understanding of yourself. And through all of the work that I've done with my clients, I'm not afraid now. I'm not afraid to be the person you need to hear and the person that is behind your visions. And the more I deeply understand your visions, the more each week I can support you and uplift you and motivate you and understand when you're having a bad day or a bad week. I'm there on Slack to voice note and text you. So you also download Slack where you get weekly text and voice note support with me. So if you send me a voice note or a text, and I encourage my clients to use this as much as possible. If you're having a bad day, if you have a DM on Instagram of someone that's interested in coaching and you don't know how to reply to them, or you have a client that's been being difficult, or you have an email that you want to reply to, but you're so nervous to reply to it, I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you write out those messages, help you stand with confidence in discovery calls, in calls with exciting people. I'm here to drive you in reaching out for new opportunities. I'm here to help you reach out to opportunities that you feel uncomfortable to reach out to, that feel far out of reach right now. Well, don't worry, girl, I am behind you, backing you. That I don't want you to have a normal life. I want you to live a life that excites you, that fulfills you, that you literally leave the 6 months coaching with me, or you're welcome to carry on if you want to, if you want to keep having that mindset support with me, you leave feeling emotional about how much you love yourself and that confidence that shines within. I always say the biggest glow up is the inner glow up. Like, the biggest glow up comes from loving yourself. And I get so many lovely people come up to me and say, like, you're so beautiful, or you're glowing, and all of this. And I truly believe it's because of the inner work I've done. Like, I am no one, I'm no like Victoria's Secret model, but I have a deep belief in myself of I am kind, I'm powerful, I'm strong, I'm confident, and that radiates out. And people like to be around confident people, and they like to be around people who believe in themselves. They like to be around people who see things in a new light, and that's the type of people you want to be around. So by you joining this 6 month program, you're not only investing in yourself and becoming that person you want to be, you're also investing in me. And I want you to succeed. I also do like group sessions as well, and I do group challenges. I took a client to on a big spa trip at the end of last year as an end of year present, and we went out for dinner and we had lovely food and we explored. We went to the Christmas market and we went to the spa, and it was so special. Like, I'm not just here to just get you results, I'm also here to make it really, really fun. And I like doing monthly challenges where we're doing like journaling and kindness challenges. And this month's challenge, I'm doing like, there's 4 parts of it. And one part is you doing 3 kind things for other people. The next part is scripting. So I'm going to teach you around how you can start showing up for yourself, how you can start writing as if your dream life is already here, and like all of these different techniques. It's basically just a full package, a full life reset for you to transform you into the entrepreneur you want to become. So, this is the most transformative way to work with me. And again, I have payment options, I have different ways that you can invest in this support. And my biggest priority is you getting the support you need. I have limited availability for my empowered entrepreneur coaching, but if you want to work with me, I guarantee the best thing you can do is reach out and we'll make it happen. We'll make sure you get the results you need. And it is scary investing in yourself. It is scary reaching out to someone like me that, has been in your shoes, but, you could have so many limiting beliefs right now, so many like scary thoughts around money and investing in yourself, and it's a risk and all of this. But I don't bite. Like, there's no pressure with me. It doesn't mean that I'm going to force you into working with me if you send me a message. But the best thing you can do is reach out, message me the word empower, and maybe a few things you're struggling with, and we can have a lovely chat about where you're at and your goals and what excites you. And I will always be there to support you. So if this interests you, if you want a full life transformation, girl, I'm here for you. And on my Instagram page, I have lots of testimonials, lots of reviews. You can also reach out to the girls that I've tagged in my testimonials, and they will be there to answer any questions you have. They're all very open and honest. So if you don't feel comfortable reaching out to me, you're also welcome to reach out to them first, and they will be able to share their experience. So if you're interested in this, I love it, and I'd love to work with you. And I wanted to actually talk you through why me as well, because I know there's other coaches out there, there's business coaches, mindset coaches. So why work with Yaz? Why join the Empowered Entrepreneur Coaching? I want to start with why it's called Empowered Entrepreneur Coaching, because it's really hard to put myself in a box. It's really hard to just say I'm a mindset coach, or I work with businesses, or all of that, life coaching, all of these different terms. I came up with the words empowered entrepreneur coaching simply because I want everyone that works with me to leave feeling like an empowered entrepreneur. The word empowered means a lot to me, because when you feel empowered, I feel like it means so many different things. You feel powerful in yourself, you feel confident in yourself, you feel love for yourself, like that empowerment feeling. And as an entrepreneur, it can feel like quite a scary word, like I'm an entrepreneur. But when you feel like an empowered entrepreneur, it's like exhilarating, it's exciting, and I just feel like it really means a lot to me, and it captures so much around my business, and those 2 words are so powerful. So that is why I call myself an empowered entrepreneur, and that's why I want you to be an empowered entrepreneur. So some reasons to pick me as your mentor and to work with me. Number one is I'm the biggest girl's girl. Like, you can come on the calls in your pajamas, have a hot chocolate. If you're on your period, come with your hot water bottle. Like, you don't have to come on sessions with me and be all serious. You can do our sessions on Zoom on your phone whilst you're walking, whilst you're out, whilst you're in the car, like whilst you're in bed, whatever feels good for you. It's your safe space where each week you're going to have that support. You can come on calls and tell me about things. I've had so many clients say, like, I've never told anyone that, or I felt so uncomfortable talking about that before. But coming on a call with me, it is a safe space. Like, I always say, anything you feel like could be bad or embarrassing, or I could have judged you, probably done worse. Like, I feel like I've lived a life by the age of 24. I have done so many crazy things and put myself in so many situations. And I feel like it's just helped me have such a deep understanding, and it is a judgment free zone. So that is one reason I would love you to invest or talk to me, because I am the biggest girl's girl and I want you to feel safe. Number two, I'm fully qualified as a mindset coach. I'm an ICF qualified mindset coach. I studied for a long time to get my qualifications and made sure that I really dived deep. I showed up every single week in my business. Whilst I was working in a bar, around that I was studying. I had my head in books. I was listening to the trainings over and over again. I was coaching people for free. As soon as I come across the coaching masters, I was obsessed and I did everything I could. I worked super hard and I was fully in. So working with me, you know that I am all in with you. I've been all in since I found the coaching program and I have been deeply invested. I have studied self development since I was 17. I have been so intrigued into spirituality, personal development, learning about yourself, putting myself in the life experiences, not just being the girl sat behind the books. Like, I've learned so much and grown so much in myself from putting myself out there. So I definitely feel like that can really help me, and that helps me urge you to go out there. And I've got a deep understanding and a deep knowledge of subconscious programming, the different beliefs. I've studied money mindset. I've done lots of different courses now, and my promise is to always be learning, is to always be growing and investing in myself and teaching you guys new things. And I'm not a gatekeeper. Like, anything I learn, I'm sharing with you as well. So you're constantly getting that knowledge and getting that input, and I'm wanting you guys to be as successful as possible. I also like to make things simple. I also don't want to scare everyone with the science and everything like that. So I make things fun and positive, and I bring my personality into the sessions. I'm never going to be sat behind a desk with a blazer on, glasses on, that type of vibe. I will come like how I'm sat here today, with my curly hair, not really much makeup, like just chilling, ready to serve you. The next reason is this is a tried and tested program. I've been doing this now for over 18 months. I've worked with so many incredible girls, but I also never rushed my business. I never wanted fast success. I wanted my business to be long lasting, sustainable. So I've really taken the deep time getting to know my clients. I don't want to work with 20 girls at once. I have like my boundaries set clear, and I have my maximum capabilities of the girls I want to work with, because I never want to lose the quality of my work. So my work is very high quality. Like, I pour so much energy into each client, and that is why I have limited spaces, because the work is so deep and I am deeply invested in you. So I'm not spreading myself thin. I'm not working with loads of different people. I have like a number set of girls that I want to work with, and that sticks that. And if the coaching is full, the coaching is full, and that is how I run my business, because you are my priority. I want you to get the most out of working with me, and I deeply care about you and your success. And you've probably seen the passion in me in this episode. The next reason is I'm a chillpreneur. I'm not some serious entrepreneur that is going to force you to become a six-figure business. Like, your goals are the most important thing, what you really want in your life. And a lot of the time I find I'm taking entrepreneurs away from the hustle culture, taking the pressure off them, trying to have everything figured out, and bringing them back to what is super important to them. And that is what I love doing. I love helping you see the light at the end of the tunnel. I love helping you get really aligned with what is important to you over any other goals out there. So working with me, that is the most important thing, and that is what I love so much. And the last reason is, I will even get emotional talking about it, I'm doing it for all of the younger versions of us. Like, if you think back to that little girl that you used to be, who just wanted a nice life, who loved the people around her, who just wanted love, but imagine being able to bring her on this journey with you again. I do a lot of the inner child work. I do a lot of work helping you connect with that beautiful younger version of you that just wants you to be happy. And in a world that's trying to bring you down, I've literally got goosebumps. In a world that is trying to dysregulate your nervous system, in a world that feels so overwhelming sometimes and so hard, I want to be that safe space for you to connect with that beautiful younger version of you again, and bring her into your new world, and just have so much fun in this next phase of your life. So if you're an entrepreneur right now who wants to open up a whole new world for herself, message me. Like, I'm here for you. You can book an Empower Hour. in the show notes. You can message me the word empower on Instagram. We can have a chat. You can apply for my Empowered Entrepreneur Program. The link is always in the show notes. Just know that I'm here for you. If you need that safe space, I will always be that safe space for entrepreneurs to come. I'm a girly girl. And if you want to book anything, you want to chat, reach out, just know that I'm here. I also did want to talk about the retreats, but I will. That I have actually recorded a whole episode around my first retreat, and the retreats are always going to be such a big part of my life, my business. I'm going to be hosting at least one a year. The spaces are nearly full for my next retreat, so if you are interested, follow my Instagram at Yasmin Lily Hilston, and you can hear all about the retreats. I have like a whole highlight section on my bio about the retreats. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope you enjoyed, if you're watching the video, the lovely location around me. I feel like this has been such a special one, and I hope you enjoyed. I love ya. If you listened and you want to come into the world, then you're welcome. I'm here waiting for you, and see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to this week's episode on the Your Girl Yaz podcast. We'll be back next Wednesday at 7 a.m. UK time, so I look forward to seeing you back here. I also have a free higher self meditation course for you to learn to meditate, to relax, to switch off, that's available for you to access now in the show notes. And also don't forget to follow the podcast wherever you're listening, rate, leave us a review. I appreciate it way more than you could ever know. Thank you so much again for listening. If you've got any feedback of the podcast, my Instagram at Yasmin Lily Hilston is also linked in the show notes, and I really appreciate it.